of Cuban hip motion. Sleeping upstairs, but there's a party downstairs. All right, I need two things to happen. Get up on the floor and bring these mics just a little bit closer.
I dig this.
Isolation of selective gyration can cause wide world revolution. Yeah, a simple step bump makes me wanna go.
A little deep cut for all y'all.
Choose a bone in your body.
What's that thingy called?
Think about it real good.
Oh, a xylophone. What's it called?
That bone only.
It's like a.
Yeah.
Call it the ET.
It could be a vibra slap. It's like the thing that ring.
Yeah, I forgot what that thingy's called.
Yeah, it's like a fish.
Yeah.
Like a wooden. Yeah. I don't know. Comment below what it is.
What's the thingy called? The ridges. It goes.
Yeah. We don't need to know what it is.
There it is.
What?
Don't forget your O2. I wanted to ask for this dance all night, but we're floating in opposite directions.
I don't like it. That's too much.
Well, this is a deep cut. This song is more than 10 years old.
I mean, I think it's kind of fresher than a lot of the...
Right.
I mean, I hate to take it there, but like, it's pretty funky, fresh compared to some of the Fearless Flyers stuff.
Whoa.
I mean,
Shots fired early on the Conscious Club 14.
I mean, I hate to throw shade, but I mean, this seems...
What do you mean you hate to throw shade? That's what you live for.
True, I love it.
Wow. Throwing shade, throwing feet, throwing
everything. Throwing my drink.
Whoa. All right, well, off to a rocky start, but hey,
this is not a rocky start.
We've been there before. Welcome, everybody. It's Conscious Club podcast number 14.
We're almost to 15.
Almost to 15, and I gotta say, 15 is gonna be dope.
Yeah, it's gonna be
not only
cool.
because Daniel's not gonna be here, nor is he here tonight.
That's why 15 is gonna be good because Daniel isn't there?
I said not only
tonight.
because he's not gonna be there. I'm just joking, Daniel. I love you. You know, it's a
Can
part
we
of
talk
the lore.
about how his house flooded?
Yes. His apartment flooded, and he lives in a very old apartment complex here in LA, and the sink got the best of him. He sent me a snap at like 5 a.m. and I woke up at like 7 and saw it, and it was just like a full sink, and then he pans around to the carpet in his room, and it's like half dark,
saturated
half light, and
water.
you're just like, oh, the mattress is out, and you're just like, God, man. And
it's a bad morning. It's the day after his birthday too.
Day after.
Happy birthday, Daniel.
Yeah, happy birthday, Daniel. We love you.
Sorry that your stuff overflowed the day after your birthday.
Yeah, that
sucks, man.
That definitely sucks. But yeah, just like Corey Wong, we persevere through things, and I'm sure he has somebody scheduled to come in this week to clean it up. So he just got to live in some damp situations.
Oh my God, poor guy. He's swamping, to say the least.
He's swamping.
He's one of the
swamping
swampers.
like the swampers do, don't they? Let me fix this backlight here.
Love this. Ooh, I like how my hair's lit.
Yeah.
It's cool.
That's what happens when you go to film school. You kind of learn 3-point lighting, and that's about it.
Kinda.
You don't really learn anything
Kinda
else.
learn, he says.
Yeah, kinda.
Also, I apologize in advance if I do have any like tickle or like throat cough. I'm just getting over really bad cold. So I
if you're a fan of the show, you got to see her in her full swing of sickness back in the last episode when she made a little appearance.
It was not cute.
Not happening. But anyway, we got a packed show for you. No
we have a
pun
lot
intended.
to do and talk about, and we're excited.
Among the big things this week is the Disco Ulysses video release. Now, I'll pop that up. And this presented some
questions,
quanders,
ponders.
I wanted to,
qualms.
God, everything, really. Like, there's a part of me that wants to know what the fuck is going on in this thing. Like, I know it's a joke. I know but I don't know if it is. It's like,
it's a Jack joke, so it's like you don't really know if it's like a serious, like, existential, like, discovery that he's came up with, or if it's just a fucking joke.
Or he just came up with it as he was typing, you know, like typing out the text. But yeah, we got Disco Ulysses, the disco Greek epic, right?
Yeah.
Of the Odyssey, right?
Yeah.
And
written like a stage play, kind of.
Right, and I think probably some people have the reservations that we both have. Mm-hmm. It's just so out of left field, which is to be expected. So it's like, I expect to be unexpectedly confused.
Yeah, it's not the overlay scrolling text that throws us, because we've gotten that before.
Right, in Corey 1.
Yeah. But the part that is different is that it has like this literary referencing kind of thing that's kind of new to Jack's character.
Yeah, there's things I love about it, and things that I just don't understand what's going on or why it's happening, because Jack is a scholar. Mm-hmm. Jack is a smart guy. He surrounds himself with people who are like-minded and have the same kind of drive. But there's this whole, like, how do I say it? Like, there's this whole kind of, like, it seems very
niche.
So niche. Yeah, it's like...
That's like part of him, though.
Yeah. I mean, this is a niche.
That's what makes Jack Jack. Is that he has these super niche, like, interests, like those weird health things that he's into, like finance and, like, that stuff. And then this, like, literary stuff. And then he's super into, like... Obviously, this more relates to the band, unlike everything else. But, like, he's super into, like, funk musicians, and that's what makes him so talented.
But it seems like there's a divide, because it seems I know I'm coming up with these you
got some serious
well, I don't. Here's the thing, I don't have the words to describe what's in my head right now, because what I'm thinking is although he's a scholar and there's so much behind what he tries to do, right? There's so much intent. I think there's an equal amount of not prepping or not caring, because like the song, the text, or the songs that they allude to on the text on screen here, they just seem so like in the moment. Like, he's typing out these titles, and like, even though the Homer book is very ironclad, it's an epic, right? There's a story that's going on. It's so funny because, like, the calls to another song, or the calls to the song that what that little part is about, just seems so the opposite of scholarly, or like the opposite of intent. It just seems like...
What if it isn't, though? What if I told you it's the exact opposite? What if I told you that all of those song titles were actually a new song title for the new Vulfpeck record?
I don't think Vulfpeck would have a Bad Brisket song name.
What if I told you that whole thing right there was a layout for their Greek show? And that it's going to be like an epic, like...
The Greek. You're right. Maybe.
What if it's not like their set list, but it's like their outline of their playing for the show.
Right. Maybe they're just gonna switch it all together instead of like the roll call and then the going into the songs and like featuring everybody. It's like maybe they're gonna
maybe it's gonna be like
togas and tell a story and but I don't know. It just seems way too niche. But like, I hate to say that because it's a niche. This is all. That's all. Who cares?
But that's
a niche.
Jack though. Like that's a Jack fucking move to do something so niche and bizarre that nobody's expecting, and to like do like not like a stage play, but like mix his music into some kind of a choreographed, not routine.
It's a part of something bigger.
Yeah. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of weaving, like everything together.
Yeah, because the timing of this video and the Greek coming next month, it almost seems like so like Jack to put these thoughts in your mind, right? Because like it's natural to see this.
There's a correlation, no.
And Greek week, it's like, but then again, it's like maybe he's just doing this so that it creates more buzz, and then it's just another show.
And more questions, and then it's
more
just
questions,
a normal thing.
and then that drives you to come to the show wondering what's going to happen, and then it's just a regular Vulfpeck show, and then you buy the next ticket.
You'll still be happy though, even if it is a regular show and he doesn't do any like choreographed thing.
Right. Yeah. If he does do a choreographed thing, I hope he doesn't eat an edible before.
Yeah, because he will definitely go left instead of right.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. He will go left instead of right because, if he comes back from MedMen Hollywood dispensary and goes straight to the Greek.
They always
with his little
post
gummies.
job postings, MedMen.
MedMen?
Yeah, they always have those.
Is that your new career venture?
Actually, they were hiring an animator for like a long ass time and like assistants and shit. I think I even applied to a few. I don't know why. I wouldn't have anything in common with those people, but...
Right. It's a job.
A job's a job when you're broke in LA.
You could, do some animation on some leaves. It's like, you're really good at that. Yeah. Anyway.
True.
Disco Ulysses. Was it underwhelming for you as an audience member?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I do want to say when it did come out, I think he has really good timing, and that I completely forgot that there was going to be two more. Or that the video releases
I definitely was not expecting it when it came out.
Right. I saw because I'm on the. And
I was like, oh wait, is this old? I was like.
Right. Yeah. Because like there's people who like troll and make fake videos.
Shit.
Yeah. And speaking of that, I have a little taste of it. A little bit of some beautiful people in the pack posting a lyric video to a non-lyric. He just found a similar BPM of a stem of Sandra Mallet. Is it Mallet or Mallet?
It's probably, if it's French, it's Malay.
I like it.
All of the stank faces except for Dart and Tori and Joey, actually. First three have great stankies.
Great stanks. But it's gems like this that when you're like, because those little Easter eggs that come in because it says Disco Ulysses instrumental.
Yeah.
That's just based on their previous release history. There's going to be a Disco Ulysses on the next album with lyrics, and whether that's going to be Antoine, whether that's going to be.
I don't think it's going to be Antoine.
Oh.
I think it might be a female. There's a strong lack of females. They need to bring in at least a female vocalist.
Yeah, I think the only female they've had is
that one black chick, who's really good.
Oh right, you got Coco O.
Yeah.
And then you got
who they should so bring that back, because she'd be great on this track actually.
Right. And then you have Monica Martin on Love Is a Beautiful Thing, and you might be, but it is the disco. Like
Coco
epic.
O would sound good.
Coco O would sound great. Yeah. And yeah, it's just an interesting thing because like Jack has a way of creating a lot of buzz around nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not around nothing per se, but like creating buzz where it's like it's all manufactured.
Yeah.
And it's like
it's fake
that's
buzz.
what's so fun. That's what's so fun
buzz.
about it, right? Because like you get into these realms where it's like, what the hell is going to happen? What the hell am I seeing? why are you taking it this route? But that's what Vulf is, man. They're making the playing field so broad, so open that they don't care about what people think about them. They just know that people who listen love them. You know, and it's like,
and will love them almost unconditionally.
Right. When you think about niche markets, if I made a podcast about fucking, you know, I don't know, fucking pencils or something, there'd be like at least one dude who'd like buy my t-shirt. You know what I mean? Because like he loves number 2 pencils. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
maybe.
There'd be one teacher out there that goes like, oh, that pencil podcast is great. You know what I mean? And that'd be like I'd get $12 a month or something for their subscription. But like, that's the thing with niches. It's like people aren't coming here to expect, you know, pop music. You know, they're coming here to expect experimentation, something new, something fresh, and something that has thought behind it, but is fun and doesn't take itself seriously. And I think that all works towards, you know, bettering the, you know, or making the audience more fertile in terms of grabbing more people in, keeping people who are there interested. Yeah. And, you know, regardless of its like, you know, what, like I really want to know, like, from what Jack thinks is going to happen, does it usually happen that way for him? You know what I mean? He's like, okay, I'm going to do it this way and then release it, and then this is going to happen.
No, I don't think life in general works that way. I think
he's not worried about that. Right.
No, I think he is very worried about that. I think we all as humans are very worried about, like, okay, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do that, and then it's going to lead to this and lead to that. But like, really, in real life, does anything ever work out the way you think it's going to, or the way you want it to?
Rarely. If ever. Yeah.
So I feel like, I mean, there's definitely a formula. I mean, think about the way he, you know, between every Vulfpeck album, recently he's been releasing another Fearless, you know.
True. Yeah, he is a busy guy. And like, I don't know if they've taken this long of a break in between video releases though. Because it seemed like the last video we got was fucking crazy. What, 2 months ago maybe?
Seemed not that long ago.
I don't know. It's interesting because like we're all here and we're gonna stay here. It's just whenever it comes, it floods.
Do you think we'll get the other one before the Greek?
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah.
What's our last one?
Cupstacker. That's one. He's keeping it. He's keeping that shit locked tight.
Why though?
I don't know. It's a good song. It's a good song.
It is.
You know, and it's that ding 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 ding.
Yeah.
Ding ding ding. It's just. There's a lot going on with it, and like I think the more that you don't see the video, the more you kind of perceive what it might look like, and then when you get to it, it's either, you know, meeting your expectations, exceeding it, or you're going like, what the fuck? But then any one of those reactions still gives engagement.
Do you think that he left this one to last because it's his favorite one that they did? Or his favorite?
No, I don't think so.
You think it's just out of necessity?
I think it's because a lot of people have asked for it. And you know what I mean? Like, I think and also that trolling video where the cup stacker came out and it was like Captain Hook or something. Yeah. As just like a bait video. And it got people excited, you know? And
true.
Like, I almost want to think that like it's like, I don't know, man. Like I want to meet him and I want to talk to him, you know? Like I really want to. Like, not that he's gonna fucking tell me anything, but
he's not gonna tell you shit.
Yeah, no, but like,
I bet he doesn't even tell other bandmates about
a
lot of his
maybe
methods of madness.
Yeah, because like I remember Corey being interviewed, and he's like, I just go in and record, and I hear it when you guys hear it.
Yeah,
you know, and it sounds like Theo gets all the listens because he's in LA and is close to it all.
Also, he's like the songwriter on a lot of the shit.
Right.
So it's kind of important.
Yeah. Another thing I wanted to mention on the DJ Paradiddle, A Simple Step, if I play it again, I wanted to mention, excuse me.
Those burps were heinous.
Pardon my French. I wanted to pop into A Simple Step just for a moment. when it jumps in here. So this is 2009.
I need two things
right?
to
So Vulf Records is in existence for a year at this point. And, you know, growing his legs. He's growing his legs. And I feel like this song is like heavily weighing towards Steely Dan sound. Does it not sound like Steely? Like it's the easy.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of range in there, and it's like
Nice
the driving.
Nice and bouncy.
Right, it's nice and bouncy, nice and light, but like
This is like before he had his own
sound.
full develop.
Right.
Develop
Because I
sound.
think this is like, I want to dive into what, like, I want to make the music that I like and am influenced by. And you see a lot of that in the pack where it's like people are making Vulfpeck-esque music. And I feel like, right? Like in posting it, like the Groove Bros and fucking
Groove
the
Bros.
gyrating hips, right? Not hating on you, but, you know, Vulfpeck's Vulfpeck. You're not Vulfpeck. You know, fight me, you know. But I think this is the point where, you know, he was still going after the German rhythm section, right? Like we're still in that that stage of the I don't want to say naivete, but still experimenting into what the sound is going to be, right? And this takes me back to that kind of point in your life where you're like, I love this music and I want to make something from my love for it, you know. And I think you're like when you jump into that kind of realm, you can't help but make what you listen to.
Yeah.
Right. And this is like like even though this is an original song, like you got Antoine Stanley on it, and like it's great. Like yeah, like we said earlier, like it's arguably just as fresh as anything that they release right now, or more fresh, and like. It's just so parallel to your influences that it's not Vulfpeck. You know what I mean? Like Vulfpeck is its
Definitely
own
doesn't
thing.
sound like Vulfpeck,
Right.
but I kind of love it.
Oh my god, yeah. Like
So.
this could find its way onto a Vulfpeck album, and I wouldn't flinch, but I would still go, oh, I can see why they like Steely Dan. Like it's a Steely Dan song, you know, and. Not hating on it. It's great. It's like I'm a huge reggae fan, and when I'm jamming down the road, down the freeway, just fucking going for it, and I'm blasting reggae, I want to make a solid ass reggae song that sounds like the one I'm listening to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then until you really grow your legs, you really kind of do this stuff, you know. And I'll leave it at that. How about that?
Okay.
Yeah. So. Yeah, this is where we are. That was the little intro to number 14.
A little intro.
Little intro. No, we're about, what, 15 something in? Anyway.
That's quite an intro.
Quite an intro. We've had longer intros. Way longer intros, yeah. But,
what if you just flew up the logo now on the podcast, like 15 minutes in, like... Fuck that!
I've been doing the masks this whole time.
You just turned the masks off now. 15 minutes in, some fucking bullshit.
Oh man! Well, I hate to take it to a sadder part of the show, but we did lose a great musician this week.
No.
Yes, we lost the ever great, the ever well renowned Dr. John, who is well known out of New Orleans for making just beautiful, beautiful music. A lot of it, not a lot of it, but some of it has appeared in, Princess and the Frog.
I knew it.
He covered.
That's where I remember him from.
Right. It's a very New Orleans kind of guy, and born and bred and won't leave. He just straight to his roots, and you can tell because I have some stuff prepped from Dr. John that you guys are gonna love.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. So this first one is not a Dr. John song, but it's "I'll Fly Away," and great song. And this is New Orleans' second line band, or a second line in a parade. We'll get into what a second line is if you don't know what it is later. But
thank you, Professor Indy.
Yeah, well, we're just gonna look at Wikipedia.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. But this is all love for Dr. John in New Orleans this week. This was today.
Oh, look at the little one. Look at the little guy.
Oh yeah.
Just take pictures of him.
Beautiful. And for those of you listening, this is probably thousands, I would say thousands of people in the streets of New Orleans, all together, brass playing. There's an accordion there, or no, like a
lots of saxes.
Washboard guy, percussionist, every type of thing, and they're all paying tribute to Dr. John. He was
That's
the.
amazing.
I think he's the biggest celebrity that made NOLA, gumbo music popular.
It's really great.
It's just beautiful that you see Nazis taking over LGBT rallies and stuff, but then you see this kind of stuff, and it makes you go like, wow, there is good in the world. At least you're not seeing just complete assholes all the time.
It's so true. It's amazing.
And yeah, it's a great time, and I think this goes to show what you can do with music. You can bring so many people together in tribute and all different types of people.
Yeah, a very diverse group of people.
And it's just great to see.
Yeah.
It's literally almost making me tear up because like my dad loves Dr. John, and he turned me on to
your dad?
Got me in the right place, giving out the wrong dime. Like there's a really hit song by him that my dad loves. And he's from the 70s, late 60s, 70s.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's been doing music since the 50s. Old guy. He died at 77 this week. But
it's kind of young for nowadays, though.
Yeah. Interesting story on that guy though. Like he started out playing guitar, I think it's shot in the hand, and then couldn't play guitar anymore because he lost feeling in his finger, and then just went to piano, and then is fucking known as Dr. John.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And supposedly he came up with the character, very Jack-esque. I guess Jack is very Dr. John-esque, but coming up with the character while he wasn't even the front man of this band. He created this character, Dr. John, a very voodoo New Orleans, very almost like a Jack Sparrow. Mm-hmm. He's Jack either way. Like
right.
And supposedly the band members thought, he wasn't even the lead, and they're like, no, you go up and sing because like you're better looking and weird and more interesting than any of us.
Right.
And that kind of spurred his career into being Dr. John.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's really cool. Now, second line. One of the things I want to pull up here. I didn't know what a second line was. Now, I always, I refer to myself as a blue collar musician.
Right.
Even though I'm not really that blue collar. I just call myself a blue collar musician because I don't know how to read notes. Right.
Yeah.
I'm like a fake book musician.
You play by ear.
I play by ear, and I can I can see the chord on the string, and I'll play the chord. You got F, you got G, you got C, you got fucking D minor. I can do it all. You know what I mean? But like, you throw notes in my face.
You're not a classically trained guitar player.
Right. I'm a classic rock trained guitar player.
Exactly.
Huge difference.
Yeah.
But second line. A second line is a tradition of brass band parades in New Orleans, Louisiana. The main line, the first line, is the main section of the parade, or the members of the actual club with a parading permit, as well as the brass band. Now, those who follow the band just to enjoy the music are called the second line. The second line style of tradition dance, in which participants walk sometimes with a twirl a parasol or a handkerchief in the air.
Yeah, that was the umbrellas in the video.
Right, the umbrellas, yeah. Called the second lining, and it's been called the quintessential New Orleans art form, a jazz funeral without a body. So it's like, it's just, it's showing love.
Yeah.
It's showing love for something that has come to pass. and well deserved for Mr. Dr. John. Now I have more on Dr. John. So there's these CBS posted this week, a little expose on his death.
Happened this past week. The passing of musician Malcolm John Rebenack Jr., better known by far as Dr. John. A true son of New Orleans, Dr. John mixed blues, jazz, rock, and faux voodoo in a musical gumbo of his own.
Musical gumbo.
Musical gumbo, yeah.
John, known as the Night Tripper.
He crafted his Dr. John alter ego in the late 1960s.
I've been in the right place, but it must have been the wrong time.
Yeah, I can see your dad liking
Had a
this.
Billboard hit, Right Place, Wrong Time, in 1973. Speaking of the wrong time, here's Dr. John talking to Russ Mitchell for Sunday Morning back in 2006.
I operate good at nights. Days, a little shaky.
It's about 2 in the afternoon. You doing okay? This prime time
This
sleeping?
is not my best time.
All the same, somehow, Dr. John found the time to win 6 Grammy Awards.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
Plus a place in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Dr. John was 77.
Just a
amazing.
great soul, you know.
Unique.
Like you don't get that prolific without being literally just being a powerhouse of musician and just being you know.
Right.
And there's some extra things, and there's another CBS expose that I found. Let me cut to 225 here.
Such a night.
See,
He's worked as a performer, composer, and producer.
Sweet confusion under the moonlight.
With musicians spanning the generations, from B.B. King to the Rolling Stones
Sometimes the smart thing is to go see the doctor.
to Christina Aguilera.
I'm all lit up like a Christmas tree.
A musician's musician, a director.
you can hear that Princess and the Frog, huh?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
To rhythm and blues.
He's just the man, you know. And there's another part here. 451? I wrote down. Let's see.
But though he was surrounded by musicians, he didn't have to leave the family to find his first music teacher. Who taught you, for the most part, to play
My
piano?
Aunt Andre taught me when I was a little kid. She taught me how to do this. I was a little bitty kid,
Yeah.
and then later she taught me how to add.
Don't you love those little?
Those
little stepping stones.
Even in her later years,
There she is.
Aunt Andre could play a mean boogie-woogie piano.
She's so cute.
So
It's the way
cute.
it works in New Orleans, one generation handing down music to the next. Cosimo Matasso, owner of a legendary New Orleans recording studio, started using Mac on records when he was just 14, despite another case of right place, wrong time.
He was a guitar player then, right?
Yeah, well, he had a little problem along the way. It shifted to piano.
What was the problem?
He got shot in the hand.
That'll do it.
Yes.
Put him straight razor through his throat.
Yeah, he's just a class act,
Make
you know.
no mistake, the doctor is not a saint.
Let me go to 629 here for another little portion. He did the Popeyes theme song.
He's tried his hand at jingles.
Oh, I wrote Popeye.
You wrote the Popeyes?
I do Popeye.
Chicken from Popeye.
You dig the way it's fried. That New Orleans spice.
But even those never quite paid off like he hoped.
Oh my God.
That chicken from
Hell yeah.
For a local
They
company.
played that when we were a kid. I
Yeah.
remember it.
They were going to be some humongous company all over the planet.
Right.
And he knew. That's how it goes.
I love his. Well, that's how we go.
Yeah.
And it might have not been super easy to get there, but essentially, Popeyes wasn't a big company when they hired him to do that, and then didn't pay him when they became huge. And that's what he meant. Well, that's what happened. But he didn't need that.
No.
And that's another thing to know. It's like, It doesn't matter. Just make good shit, move on, and keep making it. You know, like if you're gonna stand the test of time, you will. And a Popeyes commercial ain't gonna make or break you.
No, hell no. It's a drop in the bucket.
Right. There's one more little part here. 9:14.
The man who's brought more New Orleans music to more people in the world than anybody that's ever come along.
Damn straight.
Y'all know him, Dr. John.
Dr. John brought thousands to their feet, New Orleans style. And when the spirit moved him, he even put on a few moves. It seemed that Dr. John was, for this moment at least, in the right place at the right time.
I know. It's
so touching.
It's great. Because, like, you know, among a lot of the huge musicians out there, he doesn't get anywhere the near, the attention. Mm-hmm. And, you know, it's probably a guy that you'll, you know, like, if you don't look for him, and if you don't go, whoa, wow, who did that song? You won't find him. You know, it's it's those kind of people, the people who fly under the radar, who are kind of the most prolific and interesting, you know? And
absolutely.
And you kind of feel their loss when they're gone, you know?
Yeah.
One more thing I wanted to pop up here, Dr. John. He got asked by Time Magazine. This is 10 questions for Dr. John in Time Magazine. Let's cut to some of it, because he's just a fucking class act, this guy.
A reader named Dennis Murrell, who's writing from China, wants to know, how would you describe your own music?
Well, I like to think of what Louis Armstrong and also Duke Ellington said about music. There's only two kinds of music, good and bad.
That's right.
I would like to think of my music as being good.
Aww.
My late songwriting partner and myself, Bobby Charles, who just passed away, have consistently were writing songs about truths nobody wants to hear about. It's the most important thing to me.
How have the spirits and the answer?
Great. That's great. There's another one at 144 that was really cool. Here we go.
We've talked a couple times about spirits and spirituality,
great.
And you've got your walking stick and what you're wearing around your neck. I mean, can you tell us a little bit about what that is and why it's important to you?
I believe very strongly that the only thing wrong with any religion is man. There's nothing wrong with any religion but man. And I believe very strongly that there's one spirit that guides us all. We call it the Great Spirit. You can call it Jehovah. You can call him a myriad of names. Allah. The name doesn't matter. It's still one spirit up there. But there's a myriad of other spirits around that spirit. Every religion has a way of breaking something down in another way. And I'm not against any of them.
Isn't that just so profound? Mm-hmm. Like, I've kind of... It's like when people say something so profound that you've never really even thought of before. You know, it's like, wait, yeah.
I actually thought about that a lot in college.
Really?
I took a lot of religion courses. I studied Buddhism. I studied ancient Mayan and Inca religions.
Right. Yeah, I think it you know, like because I wasn't really into history, so I didn't really take much of that stuff. But like, I've had the thought every once in a, you know, like, because you always have the thought, or like, okay, if Jewish people exist and Christians exist and Muslims exist, and then I grew up Christian, right? Like, and a Protestant, and then you go, wait, there are other religions and they think they're right. You know what I mean? Like, you have those critical thoughts, and you go like, well, there's got to be an explanation for all.
See, I grew up very differently because like my mom's kind of Catholic, but also like Native American beliefs, and then my dad was atheist. So I grew up with like 3 different perspectives on religion in one home. So I think for me, like, I always grew up knowing that there was so many things out there.
Right.
Like, that was very apparent to me.
Well, yeah. And it's kind of along the lines of what I was saying too. It's like when you actually get to the point where you can understand for yourself that there are other people believing as true as what you were taught to their religion, and it really kind of comes to like question yourself, where you're like, well, I was just told that this is what's right. Is this what's right? You know what I mean? And it's interesting. Maybe not a conversation for the Conscious Club podcast, but good note.
Yeah,
good note. Like that's a really good sentiment, I think. You know, like we all under one love. You know,
absolutely.
One heart. Let's get together and feel all right. You know. All right, one more little thing on Mr. Dr. John here. Yeah, he is adorable.
Turtle.
Let's see, 523. Here we go.
Last question. Jay Combe in New Orleans wants to know, is there any city in the world other than New Orleans that you could envision yourself living in and enjoying?
Actually, no. I love New Orleans. I love my roots. I love my culture and my heritage. I've tried living in other places, but that's where my heart is still.
Dr. John, thank you very much. This has been 10 Questions for Time.
Really an interesting guy. Huh?
Really interesting guy. Well, rest in peace, Mr. Dr. John. We're gonna, you know, I never got to see you live, but my dad told me about you, and I loved what I heard. And I remember when we were living in Koreatown. You can go back to TCCP episode 1 and 2 and 3, I think, to see that piece of crap place. But we were walking to McDonald's, and I think we were both, you know, engaging in that cute moment where we both wear one pair of AirPods.
Oh yeah. We did that a lot in Koreatown.
And then Dr. John came on the playlist, and I was like, "Oh, it's Dr. John. Must have been the right place. Must have been the wrong time."
Yeah.
I was like, "My dad told me about this guy."
Aw.
Yeah. Little memories like that. Yeah. And then when your dad goes like, "You never heard of Dr. John? Oh my God!" Like I'm like, "No." And then you just get into this whole style. Yeah. But rest in peace. We'll love you forever and ever.
Yeah.
Mr. Dr. John. All right. Now, next on the rundown is Funny Funk. But do you want to do a JLB update or wait for later?
Because let's hit that JLB.
But I know the audience really wants some JLB or some Funny Funk. I don't know. What do we like? I want to tease it and then let the audience wait for it.
Okay.
So which one will they wait for? Funny Funk or JLB?
They'll wait for Funny. Do JLB first.
We'll do JLB.
Not that he's not worth waiting for.
Right. So, Mr. Jason Lee Bruns, the ever great Jason Lee Bruns.
I love
a little update. It's not music related, but it's an update nonetheless.
It's a guy of many talents.
Many talents.
Many.
And this is a little glimpse into what this guy can do. So, Jason Lee Bruns reupholstered his leather seat in his house and his leather kitchen table seat, and it's beautiful. You know, it was cracked and worn and very much needed of a reupholstering. This guy took it apart, put it back together with better stuff.
Love that he took pictures of every step.
Every step. That's Jason Lee Bruns. He doesn't not do this kind of stuff, and then covers up his work with a little Duvetine. Look at that.
Duvetine. What the fuck does that mean?
Duvetine? You don't know what Duvetine is?
You mean felt?
Well, I mean, it's in the film industry. It's called Duvetine. Duvetine is what you use to. I'm sorry. I've
never heard of Duvetine.
Duvetine.
In my fucking life.
Duvetine.
The fuck?
Duvetine. It's not Duvane.
Yeah, it don't exist. That's what it's fucking telling your ass.
Duvetine. Duvetine, also known as molten or rockle, is a twill fabric with velvet-like nap on one side and maybe woven or cotton or wool. In rare cases, mainly in the
It's not called felt.
No.
Bring up a picture of this fucking material.
All right. Do you guys watch Tiger Belly? Are you familiar with Tiger Belly?
Yeah, no shit. We watch it all the time.
Right. But they might not. If you go to Tiger Belly and you click on one of their episodes, you'll see in the background that there's a big black tarp around the window, and which makes them do podcasts during the day, and so you don't notice it's day, right? So you use Duvetine in film sets and perhaps podcasts, to block the light out of windows, block the light out of wherever the light's coming from. So you have unnecessary light on your set, you put some Duvetine up, and it completely blocks it out 100%. So it's basically a felt piece of cloth that blocks light.
Thank you for that.
That might not be Duvetine. I just call black felt stuff Duvetine because I just know that from film school. So.
Well, now we know.
Back there. Anyway, look at that. Look at this. Look at this end game. It looks like it's out of Aladdin. You know, there's like the genie sat on this and just made some wishes happen, come true. You know,
big blue ass.
Right.
Just slapping on down on that pup.
Right. And that's not the only update. God, I'm very burpy tonight.
Yeah, he had TB and then carnitas, so he's a little bit gassy.
Yeah, whatever. Well, Jason Lee Bruns was on a run today and came across. He had a snake encounter.
Oh. Oh my God!
Everyone, we got a friend here.
A friend.
He is not happy.
Rattlesnake.
There you go.
There we go.
Watch your step, boys and girls.
Gosh, he's so used to saying that. When
He's very much a teacher. Yeah.
Watch your step, boys and girls.
We got a friend here.
Friend.
And this was the first of two he came across.
Watch your step, boys and girls.
Was this morning?
This morning, yeah.
It was like 110 degrees today.
Well, not like this
and
morning.
And your boy, it was hot as fuck this morning. I went out there. And your boy, JLB, was out making moves.
Yeah, because he's a determined man.
Yeah, he is. It was too fucking hot.
Yeah. I mean, he does yoga. He does Pilates, probably. I don't know.
Pilates.
I mean, he seems like he would.
And his
No
little
offense.
Jane Fonda, like, spanny outfit.
Yeah.
Love
but
that for him.
JLB, we love him. I'm his production assistant for his LA shows, and it's great. I'm his merch guy. I'm the Alexa Teed of the JLB collective, featuring Kevin Batchelder, formerly the Jason Lee Bruns collective featuring Kevin Batchelder. He chopped off the Etchelder. Or not the Etchelder. He chopped off the Chelder.
The Chelder.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Woo! All right. Well, this brings us to a new segment. That only has one part so far because we didn't prep it more than that. But
there's more to come.
There is more to come, and it may be a reoccurring segment that when we have nothing else to talk about, we make happen. So, Animal Spirits. This segment's called Animal Spirits. So this week, I don't know if you guys saw on the pack, but we saw the little weasel riding on the hummingbird here or woodpecker.
Woodpecker. Correct. Woody.
Yeah. So as the story goes, East London-based photographer Martin LeMay made some really good photos, and some of them include a baby weasel and a woodpecker. And there's a hilarious story behind the footage. It's just cool to see like things happening like right. Like this guy could have just seen this and then just not taking out his camera. But he had his camera out. He was ready. And look at this guy. It looks like they're best friends. It looks like they're very best friends. And supposedly, according to experts, the bird is a European green woodpecker, a breed that releases loud sounds. These birds feed on ants, grow to 210 to 216 millimeters in length. And their wingspan's about 320 to 330 for all you bird watchers out there.
But yeah, I sent this to Indy because I was like, so obviously Woody is the woodpecker, and then the little guy, the baby weasel, is Jack Stratton clutching on to the woodpecker. All his talents just clinging on for dear life
onto Woody Goss. That is great. That is an awesome. And I could totally tell like the weasel is whispering into his ear, verse. Harmonize. You didn't do what I said. God damn it, I'm gonna hop on your back.
Literally just screeching into his ear. Fee, fi, fo, fum.
Yeah. According, the cute duo was actually engaged in a fight for life. The bird landed, and the weasel spotted LeMay and his wife. This gave the woodpecker enough time to fly up in the surrounding trees. The weasel couldn't do anything but run away hungry. So he couldn't get the woodpecker. But he jumped on him and he tried to make an attempt.
He tried. He's way too small to take down that big of a bird.
I know.
So
like
tiny.
the bird's
He's a
face.
baby.
The bird's face is like, you crazy?
Yeah.
You're cute. You're cute. I'll let you fly.
Get your cute ass off me.
Yeah. It's great. It's Steve Backshaw, a wildlife presenter, says it's unusual for these birds to fly. And he was amazed that the woodpecker did it with a weasel on its back.
They
so not
literally
only
just said
they
the
don't
same
fly,
thing for 5 paragraphs.
Right.
There was a weasel on a woodpecker's back. Like they said that in every fucking sentence on this article.
They're going for like
no shade to healthyfoodhouse.com. Not spots.
It's not even healthy like birdwatching.com.
No.
It's just
Healthy Food House. Like they just picked random nouns.
What 3 words do people use a lot?
Healthy food. What does everyone need to survive? Healthy.
I'm gonna make a website just called
house.
itandthe.com. And hopefully people will just show up. Oh god.
Oh my god, actually Jack would love this website. There's a whole thing on vegetables, plants, recipes, herbs and oils, healthy
Roots.
drinks.
Yeah. There's nothing on no ube here. Gotta get the ube. Those purple potatoes. You never know.
I'm just gonna Photoshop a little purple ube strapped onto Woody. Strapped onto this little woodpecker.
Yeah, I love that. Wow. Well, it's a short episode this week. That's basically all. What about
all funny?
Oh,
you forgot your funny segment.
Yeah, that's why I have a guest on this phone.
Me.
Yeah, no, because like on the rundown. It looks like we already went through it, but we did
Funny
not.
funk. Yeah. Funny funk, and then we'll hit the fucking road.
Right. Cool. So, first one. When you realize your friends are talking about the jobs they applied for online, and you just finished a survey to find out what type of IGF you are.
What's IGF mean?
It gets funkier.
Oh.
And I thought that would be a lot more funny than it was. Usually that's how it goes on the show. But there is a quiz. So you want to figure out what kind of IGF you are?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So first question, does it get funkier? Yes, no, sometimes, doubtful. It could always be funkier, or if we reach the point of being too funky, we go to nirvana.
I think it could always be funkier.
Okay. Which duck is the funkiest? The funky duck, the dunky funk.
Fuck.
The dunky fuck, or the ducky funk, or the common merganser?
Please look up what that means on Googies. We have to restart.
Aw.
Son of a nut.
We'll restart merganser.
It's a bird. Okay. So that's very on brand.
Okay. Well, let's just fucking go back and do this again here. Okay. So it could always be funkier. And what would you do?
I say donkey fuck.
Donkey fuck. Okay. And then if you could get funkier, how would you do it? Practice practice more?
Practice more.
Okay. Choose your favorite funk husband, funk spin, and marry him. Let me turn off the dark reader for this one.
Thank you.
Yeah. What do you think? Woodrow Goshawk Dowdy, Theodore Heartbreak Dartmouth, or Corey Cartilage?
I mean Theodore for sure.
Theo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like how doughy instead of Joey. Like he's the least doughy person ever.
He's farthest from dough.
Yeah, Theodore for sure.
And which IGF is funkiest? 1, 2, 3, 4, or Deantown?
I'm doing Deantown.
Okay. Let's see what you are. You're IGF 3. You've grown funkier with age, but you were funkiest in your first car. Try being funkier next time. Now, if you want a little taste of that, let's get to it. So this is the type of IGF you are.
Commercial musique echo from the recording studio. Les échos de
I love your stank face.
with no iPhone. Jacques Straton on the clavine.
Give the camera a little stank face for me.
Cheddar. Musiquement stingray. Je au placement. Drum.
Stanky. This is a deep cut, man. It literally took, 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 5 to 6 years for another.
I've literally never heard this version.
I've never heard this either. I shouldn't be hosting a podcast about Vulfpeck. I've never
Love the
heard
fairy lights, though. Looks like somebody's dorm room.
Right, or like a college studio.
Is that Joey?
It is Joey.
Never seen his hair so
It's doughy. It's doughy.
doughy. The least doughy.
Yeah. I think
Yeah, this is not very funk.
Yeah, I think
Baby Jack.
the quiz was right, man. You could do better next time. Right? Try being funkier next time.
You try getting it better wrong.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Okay, let's try it.
How funky are you?
All right.
That's the true question.
Nirvana, of course. The Funky Duck, of course. I'm gonna just practice, and also.
Who are you gonna marry?
Who am I gonna
You
marry?
can't even pick Jack. I mean, I feel like Corey would treat you good. Corey would treat you really good.
I know, but Joe Dart would be silent the entire marriage. Picking it.
Whoa.
That was a little pointed, and I'm sorry.
That's a little fucking pointed.
And I'm going 4.
We're divorced.
So I'm IGF 1. You got funky once, and you have to try it again someday. Try being funky next time. Would you stop? For real?
You fucker. I win.
Okay, here's mine.
I've never been more happy in my life because I won something for once.
You didn't win shit, yo.
Yes, I did. I love these colors. It's very my aesthetic. The room tone is crazy.
It is.
Yeah.
Those mics aren't close enough. That's why.
Yeah.
This is 2011, man. This is meat peck age, man.
Theo's facial expressions
yeah.
are insane. I take back my marriage to Theo.
Good. Good. Oh, Jack.
His balls.
Oh. No aesthetics. Just funk.
Fucking Jack looks like he just got out of Hebrew school. His haircut is like, I still live like with my parents and they pick out my outfits.
Wow.
Baby Joe.
And Joe just stands the test of time.
Except he's not his sonnies.
You got no sonnies, but
Baby Woody.
Wow, Baby Woody.
Jack looks so different.
God, it's weird.
Jack looks so weird with short hair.
I don't even know what does he look like again? What did you say?
A boy who just got out of Hebrew school.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I just imagine the little yarmulke pinned on the back.
I remember when we were in WeHo yesterday.
Yeah, those little boys with that haircut, with that tiny swoop in the front, with the little yarmulke, like the little suit on.
I love it. I love it. And he's a tennis champ, you know, as it says on his shirt. Well, that's I guess I can leave that as music.
Yeah.
Huh? Cool. Let's move on. You got Funky 3, I got Funky 1, none of us got Funky 4.
Hey, at least you're the original. You're the OG.
OG, I'm the host of the Conscious Club podcast. You know, that's what we do.
The true papa.
The true papa. That was a really great Gets Funkier, wasn't it? It was just awesome. Yeah, nobody noticed that cut at all. All right. Great. So number 2, we got we saw this in the pack. It's a dog in a heated car, well, in a closed car in a parking lot. Please don't break the window. The AC is on. He has water, and he is listening to Steely Dan. I thought that was a little notable. And his face is like.
He's like, I like Steely Dan. Wait, I never even was holding my microphone.
The entire time?
No, just since we stopped from that obvious cut.
No, it wasn't obvious. Nobody could tell.
Nobody could tell.
I love how, yeah. You didn't change
I'm in a
shirts
different shirt. He's a little bit less sweaty. He wipes them off. He hates that I bring up that he's sweaty.
If people could see that I'm sweating, why does it matter that you have to bring it up?
Oh
How do you not sweat in the show?
You're getting so defensive.
I know. Why does it matter?
I hope that stays in so people know how abusive you are.
No, I'm just like, why does it matter? It doesn't matter.
Okay.
All right. So this meme reminded me of J.K. Simmons in La La Land. Mm-hmm. Where he's the orangutan. It's free jazz and people who say they listen to all genres. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thought it would be funnier, but whatever. J.K. Simmons in La La Land. Everybody, I know, right? I know.
We're literally a psychopath in the rest of this.
I'm not. I'm just a good actor. There we go.
That was a reach.
Hey, I'm not bad. Why don't you give me a scenario and act it out?
Okay. You just found out that your dog's testicle, one of them can't drop and only one of them can, and he has to get like a $3,000 surgery.
So let me get this right, Dr. So. It's just one ball? $3,000 for one ball? Nah, let's put him down.
What? You're gonna put him down?
I'm not done acting. No, maybe I'll have my buddy Aiden cover it. Yeah, he owes me one. Okay. All right. See ya. How was that?
Headphones
was that good?
Gone. Actually, yeah, it was really good. You didn't laugh or break whenever you said the word ball, so that was impressive.
Right. I tried not to look at you because I could tell you were like pre-laughing. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, leave a comment below and tell me how good I did.
I hope you edit that really dramatically and like zoom in on your reaction. It's just like black and white with like that grain.
I should have cut the music. Well, I can cut it later. Anyway,
Yeah.
Anyway, we're in funny funk. We're not in improv mode.
Yeah, I didn't know this was like an improv like level 1.
It's an improv show. You know, it's like we have rundowns, but we improv it sometimes. You improv that.
You literally think you're Curb right now. We have an outline. It's mostly an improv show.
We can be Curb. Yeah. You Curb. Okay. Okay. And nobody's watching.
Everyone's gone. Especially with this.
And I don't know how funny this is, but reporter, is Jack the best drummer in the world? And Joe, Jack isn't even the best drummer in Vulfpeck. And somebody commented, "This is a deep fake."
Yeah, right. So accurate.
But I think that was said. I don't know where, but I remember seeing that somewhere in non-meme form.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. All right, let me cut the music bed out of here. And we're getting to Keegan. Some funny funk. Let's get into it.
It's okay. Stay there. You know who I am?
Yes, sir.
And you know why I'm here?
Yes.
Show me your rudiments. Stop. Don't just play a blues riff, okay? Van Halen. Stop. AC/DC. Stop. Something from Chuck Berry. Chuck Berry.
No Dr. John?
Stop. Something else from Chuck Berry. Everybody knows how to play that. Stop. It's impossible. It was a trick question. I need all of the woodwinds.
Oh, this fucking thing.
Don't cop for it. Go.
Oh.
On you. Winds from the middle, all of the woodwinds from the middle of the tragedy after Luke Skywalker's aunt and uncle have been killed on Tatooine. Now, go. Play it. Play it. Stop. The middle part, not where the Jawas are. The middle part,
Jack
where his
Stratton
aunt and uncle
at
died.
Brussels right
Play
now.
it.
Really?
Stop. That's horse.
I love it. I love it. Well,
Everything the baby weasel was whispering into that woodpecker's ear.
Right.
Just that.
The middle part.
Yeah.
Anyway. And then we got the caption for this.
Literally me.
The caption for this was me 5 seconds after I have a mental breakdown.
That's literally me.
I know. You guys see what I have to deal with here?
Literally.
Everything's great, but the whole day has been crap. Yeah. Just
100,000% me on every level.
all right. So I only want to do one more funny funk, but I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other things. What do you want to see? Do you want to see Minecraft bass?
No.
Do you want to see Baby Joe Dart, climate change,
Maybe.
the sax evolution, or Theo and Rocket Man?
Theo Rocketman for sure.
It's not a video, it's just an image. So
That's fine.
Okay. So I love how Theo just embraces
the forehead.
His similarity in look to Elton John. Sir Elton John. He's knighted.
Is he a KBA?
No, he's
KBE?
British.
Oh, okay.
Right? You can't be a KBE if you're British, right?
Oh, okay.
I think.
So
I think
you would be a KBE.
Well, I might be because I'm half English. I don't know if I'd be like like
just
like that. That's actually like I hope I can be one day. I want to be as prolific as anybody else who's knighted.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it'd be great to be like, MC Lynchpin KBE. It'd be great,
I feel like they mostly knight. I feel like they mostly knight people who are actors and not musicians.
Oh no, Sir Paul McCartney, Sir Elton John. Those are the only two I can think of at the moment.
Point made.
But I don't know if there's any Americans that are knighted with KBE. Basically, if you don't know, if you have KBE after your name, you're not British, but you were knighted.
Also,
and
I
if
can't
you're
think
Sir, you're British and you were knighted.
I can't think of one female who's been, what is it, damed?
Yeah, damed.
For being a musician.
Let's win one for feminism. Female musician, music artist, knighted, or is it damed? I'll just put knighted. Singers awarded knighthood. A lot of women on here. Julie Andrews.
Oh, Julie Andrews.
Paul McCartney. He's a woman, according to Craig Ferguson. Any of my Craig Ferguson fans out there, you guys know what I'm talking about. Here, let me just show you Craig Ferguson.
This has been a jaunt.
Angela Lansbury.
This side.
Yeah, this was a recurring character on his show.
He does look like Angela Lansbury.
He does.
He does look like Angela Lansbury. She's my ish, man.
Yeah. Let's see who else.
Is Angela Lansbury?
Let me go to L here. No, Lauder.
Damn it.
Lion. No.
She's my queen.
Oh, Van Morrison is knighted.
Oh.
He's a female. Ringo Starr, female. Ava Turner. Never. Yeah.
Rod Stewart. Whoa. You didn't say he was a woman? He's more female than any other person on this list.
Right.
Rod?
I mean, do you think he's sexy?
Absolutely not. With that weave and
He's got
that
a
much
weave?
makeup, go search him.
Who?
Search.
I forgot who we were talking about.
Yeah, so did I.
Never
Who
mind.
are we talking
We're
about?
getting away from
Rod
it.
Stewart.
Rod Stewart. Why did you put the fucking thing on?
Rod Stewie. With that
He's
weave.
got a weave?
Look.
I've never. How do you tell?
Click.
Oh.
That's how you tell.
Jeez, that is insane, man.
Oh my god, it won't go away.
Wow, that is crazy. I need to save this picture so I can pop it up. Where the? Come on, just give me the fucking. Oh.
It's gonna stay
We're
there
on
forever.
The rocks.
No.
What? What do you mean no?
Looks like ass. I don't think it clicked over. Oh
my god.
Whoa.
I shouldn't do this on a show. Fucking save image. Jesus Christ, this will be cut out, motherfucker.
With the documents.
Oh my god. Open link and new tab. I don't want the link. I want the fucking photo.
I
Save
wish
image.
you kept in the parts where you're like a horrible person.
You
but I'm sure
fucking
you'll.
piece of shit.
I'm sure you'll cut it all out. Just screenshot it.
I know, that's
for
what I was
fuck's
gonna do next.
sake.
Jeez, you know what? I'm gonna have a mental breakdown, and then I'm gonna be like this after I'm done.
Literally, whenever he has a mental breakdown, he's like, I don't know, like he'll be fine, and then he'll be like, I don't know why you got my energy. I don't know why you're
Absorbed?
I don't know why you absorb my energy.
It's not that hard to absorb. Rocky ending to number 14.
Yeah,
And,
I've had it.
Well,
in more
there you
than
go.
one way.
I'm damn straight you've had it. That's for sure.
Can we get the lady with the big tits off the screen? Thank you.
Thank the sun, the ever-loving the sun. Like, and they haven't taken the
How
off.
many links of Rod Stewart are circling there?
Stop it. Stop it. How do we get here?
I don't know.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Daniel. I know you listen to these back and you're like, just fucking move on. But we persevere. I take Corey's advice to heart, you know?
Yeah. Anyways, it's been real. If you made it this far, you're seriously a true fan, even though I doubt anybody's here watching us.
Our camera's not even fucking.
Our camera's not even watching us. Yeah. Our camera's not even here.
All right, well, that's
Anyways.
it. Yeah. Have a good one, guys.
Bye.
Until next time. Hey everybody, Indy here, and thanks for watching the Conscious Club podcast. Please be advised that this is a fan-made podcast. Even though we would love nothing more, we are not associated with Vulfpeck, Vulf Records LLC, Vulf Productions Inc, or any associated acts tied to the greater Vulf umbrella. We do this show out of love, not for monetary gain. We simply wanted an outlet like this to exist, so we made it happen, and I hope that's okay. Thanks for watching, and always remember, fee-fi, fo-fum.